Oh, hey guys, how the frig's it going? It's Sunday here on freaking Vlogging Life. According to my watch, it's the 28th. We got T-minus 4 more days before the insurance goes live on Dirty Bird. Insurance goes live on Thursday the 1st. I thought the 1st was on Friday, but it turns out it's on Thursday. And it's currently 2:15 in the afternoon. I haven't even gone outside yet and worked on the car. And the reason being is yesterday I mentioned I was going to my buddy. I was giving my buddy a hand to move out of his house back into another house, and that killed me. That was brutal. See, Thursday and Friday I had to cover for after hours because one of the guys is going on vacation, and that's my job. I basically take over after hours when they can't find someone to fill the gap. So Friday I got off work at 11 p.m., got home, couldn't sleep, figured I'd do a quick workout to try and burn myself out. There's a side effect to doing workouts, people. See, normally before a workout, like a half an hour prior, I'll pop either one of my adenosine triphosphate pills. They call them muscle builders, but it's literally just energy for the muscle that you can get from creatine as well. But this here just basically gives you a ready store, ready to go, so you have more on hand. So in the gym, you can do more reps, get more of a workout in, and build more muscle, which is probably a good thing they call it a muscle builder. I'll do that, or I'll take a pre-workout shake to get some more energy so that in the gym I can give her even harder, get more results in the long run. I didn't do any of that on Friday night. I went downstairs, got on the Bowflex, did bench, did lat rows, did seated rows, did my crunches, my leg lifts, worked my obliques, all the whole kit and caboodle. Went for about 45 minutes, and then had a shower. I didn't eat any food because I wasn't hungry, and you don't want to eat before bed either because that's just never a good time. But I couldn't get to sleep. I wore myself out. I was super tired in the shower, like my body was sore, it was like drained. But for the life of me, I couldn't find sleep. I ended up going to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I woke up due to my biological alarm at 7. So I got 4 hours of sleep. Felt dead to the world, got up, made myself some coffee, had a bulletproof coffee in the morning, went to my buddy's house, helped him move, went over to his parents' house because his mom was making ribs as a thank you for helping him move. So we had some dinner, and then I came home last night, was chatting with a friend online, and I kid you not, 11 o'clock at night, I'm like, I gotta go to bed. I went to bed last night at 11, guys, and I literally woke up at noon today. 13 hours of freaking sleep. Wow, was that ever good. Woke up today, I'm feeling great right now. I'm feeling really good, actually. But, yeah, after helping my buddy move, he was gonna throw out this old TV. I got it sitting back here, I gotta fix it. It's a Samsung 39-inch, and basically, when you press the power, now I got it unplugged, here's the adapter for it. When you press the power, nothing happens. When you plug it in, the light flashes 3 times. I found out what the problem is. Like if you come up here, it doesn't smell right now, but when you have it plugged in, you get the smell of burning electronics. And it smells like the smell of a capacitor bleeding out. So I'm assuming, from what I read online, they say that it's either the driver board for the LEDs or the LEDs themselves are shot. Now the new LED strips are about 25 bucks for 2, and they go like, they come across, go down, across, and then up and across, and there's one bank on the top, one bank on the bottom. I'm gonna have to rip that TV apart and inspect it, and if I'm right and that is the case, then we'll order them up, put them in. And I'm also going to check the driver board because that could be the other culprit. And I'm thinking it's probably the driver board and not the LEDs, because if it was the LEDs, you wouldn't get that smell. And I know the smell of burning cap. It's such a unique smell to the nose that when you smell it once, you can never unsmell it. Kind of like the business end of a skunk. And yesterday as well, I guess his dad's trying to liquidate stuff, so he offered me a Mastercraft drill press, and he's like, hey, do you need a drill press? And I'm like, no, actually I got one that I've literally never used. The one sitting on my bench in the garage, guys. I think I've used it once, maybe. I think I maybe used it once with a tungsten bit to drill through metal for something. Can't remember what it was. I think it was something to do with the old snowblower. I can't remember now. And he literally said the same thing about his. He used his once to build a wine rack with a hole saw. And that was it. He never had a use for it because he's like me. If you're going to need to drill a hole, you're going to grab your cordless DeWalt or your wired DeWalt or whatever you have. If it's, you know, Milwaukee or Ryobi or, heaven forbid, Mastercraft. You're not going to really run to the drill press. And I'm like, yeah, man, I got the exact same one at home. And he's like, crap. But then he's like, what kind of a pressure washer do you have? I said, oh, I got an old Simonize. He's like, oh, I got something for you. And he gave me this kit, and I'll show it to you in the garage. It's a car wash kit. It's got all the bits on it. It's got the friggin' brushes and the spinny brush and all sorts of really neat accessories. He's like, take it. I don't want it. I don't have a use for it. So he gave me that, so that's pretty sweet. So now I got another way to wash the truck and Trans Am when they're both finally, well, truck's in the driveway. Trans Am, that's going to be the project for today. So yeah, this weekend was pretty eventful. Lots of lifting, lots of fun stuff, lots of work. We had 3 trucks at my buddy's house. We had my Ford, my buddy's cousin's Chevy Silverado, and my buddy's dad's Dodge Ram. So we had one of the big 3, like one each of the big 3. But I was the only V8. Like his cousin has a Silverado with the 4.3 liter Vortec, and his dad just bought one with the 3.6 liter Pentastar. And I'm rocking the 5 liter Coyote. And out of all 3 of the trucks, they both had the 6.5 foot bed, and I had the 8 foot bed. So needless to say, my truck carried the cube freezer because I actually had the room for it. More boxes and shit in there. We literally stacked all the trucks right up. Like mine was full to the brim. We had a tarp going across it, all tethered down, locked in place. There's a lot of weight in the back of the truck, but man, she just held it. No problems. Not a single issue. Friggin' love my truck. But anyway, I just made a coffee there. I'm going to pound this, and then we're going to head out to the garage and go play. I'm just waiting for the old GoPro here to charge. We're going to do some more wet sanding today, and I figured I'd give you guys a little update on what's been going on, because figured you'd want to know. Yay. Alright, GoPro's finally charged, so we can pitter-patter and have at her. So let's get out to the garage. It's currently almost 3 o'clock. Put in a couple hours of sanding and see where we go from there. This week I worked 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, which is nice. A little bit of extra cash. And that could become the new shift. So, kind of looking forward to that. Also yesterday, while we were moving, we had torrential downpour. That was not fun. Oh yeah, we got another video coming up. I forgot about this one. Dad went on I almost said eBay, Facebook. The Facebook marketplace, and some guy was selling a chainsaw for 100 or for 20 bucks. Dad got it for 10. Problem is it starts, but it won't stay running because it's dicked. It's all wrapped up in bags right now, but let me get it out of the bag and I'll show you what we got here. So basically we got an old Benchmark here. It's a gasser, runs on mixed fuel, and I'm thinking the carb is probably plugged because Dad said he can get it to start, but then it shits the bed. Like it runs for a couple seconds and then stops. And that reminds me of the wood chipper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and see if we can get this here thing working so that it stays running. And as you can see, it is leaking chain oil. So I'm going to have to take a look at the... I'm going to have to figure this thing out because it's a lot different than my electric. Find out where the chain oil is and see if that's broken. Because sometimes... There it is right there. That's probably the chain oil right there. Yep. Because it's leaking fluid. So it could be, this could just be gasoline that's leaking. I don't know. We'll have to take a look and see what's going on. That's probably why he had it wrapped up in so many bags. But I'll just sit that there for now, because this is the project for today. We're going to get the rest of this orange peel out of the hood, I was almost tempted after the orange peel's out of the hood to properly mix some paint. Man, look at that chair. Overspray galore. Yeah. Oh, who cares? And yeah, I was going to mix up some fresh paint and then hit the hood again. Properly mix it with the 2-to-1 ratio. But then I was thinking, you know, who cares? I'm just going to drive it as it is. I want to do that, and I want to get the roof done with some wet sanding. Freaking bug walking across my roof. I have to clean that up too. But yeah, get it all wet sanded up. Like I said, the plastics, I'm going to leave them the way they are. I got to do the front nose here and all that, and do along sides and doors and rears and back deck lid and all that there, and try and get this orange peel out as much as possible. I could just say screw it and drive it as it is. Well, not yet, because it's not insured, but it will be. Okay, so let's pitter patter and have at her. My sander is right here. Now, like I showed you on the other video, these new discs are a little bit bigger than the ones I bought prior because I wasn't paying freaking attention. So this is a 6-inch disc. And this is a 5-inch disc. I'm not sure what that's going to do. Worst case scenario, I'll try one, and if it doesn't work out right, I'll have to get out some scissors and cut them down to size. See if that'll work. Because I bought them, and they told me I can't return them. Once they're purchased, they're purchased. Should have paid attention to that, but I forgot that there's different diameters in sanding discs. Oh well, we'll make it work. It's what we do. Alright, let's get after this then. So, gave the hood a good sanding there. It looks kind of semi-glossy in the shot, except for in the dead center, because I'm having a bitch of a time hitting that area. Probably going to have to do that by hand, but whatever. It's Dirty Bird, right? She ain't the cleanest job. She ain't the best job. She definitely ain't a professional job. It's just a job. The car's a unified color. Life is good. I did, however, accidentally remove a little bit of the paint from my grill thingies over here, but whatever. And next up, I'm going to try and do something with the roof. You can see tiger striping from the clear coat. Lovely jubbly there. What I should have done, and I realize that now, is I should have laid the clear coat down after sanding. Live and learn, people. Live and learn. But whatever. Let's get blasting on the roof. Clean that all up. It's not tacky anymore. It's actually feels pretty damn good. So we'll blast this here with some 800 and go from there. So let's pitter patter and have at her. Stopping for a quick little de-alcoholized beer break here. It's hard to tell because it won't focus on the can, but yeah, this is de-alcoholized beer. I get this stuff here from the grocery store, guys. It's friggin' like $4.97 for a 12-pack. It's pretty damn good compared to what I was paying for the other stuff. Anyway, so I sanded down that side as you saw, cleaned it up the best I could. Still got to do this side here. It's hard to get a You can kind of see the cutoff. Maybe, I don't know. I still got to polish it, but I figured I'd bang out this side here next, and then I'll do a polishing compound on the roof and go from there. I'm actually debating on not even bothering to do the sides, because like the orange peel is kind of neat. A lot of people hate it, but guys, it's Dirty Bird. Like, what do you want, right? It's freaking Dirty Bird. And the hood's done. Well, not to perfection, but good enough, good stuff. I really wish I could get that centerpiece. I might have to do that by hand. Just buff it with some paper. Because you probably noticed that I started using sandpaper on the roof by hand. And that was just to get some areas that were stubborn. But I'm going to go ahead now and hit this side of the roof. And flatten it out as much as possible. And then we'll go from there. I'm kind of nervous to take all this masking off, man. I want to know how much paint seeped through and how much paint thinner I'm going to have to use to clean up the glass. Frig's sakes. Alright, let's get this thing going again and back to sanding. Alright, so the roof is still a little bit orange peeled, like, looks good from far, but when you get up close, if I can get it to focus, because it's hard to do that on white, you can clearly see that I still have a little bit of cutting to do. But I might not even care about that. You know, I'm sitting here and I'm trying to do like the perfect job, eh? I'm trying to make it look all shiny and showroom, and I don't know why I'm bothering. It's not going to happen. I painted with freaking Tremclad, for crying out loud. What you get is what you get. The thing what I'm going to try and do now, I'm going to grab some polish. Or I might go with a sanding disc, one of these green ones. That's what I was using. This is another one of the green ones here. They cut not bad, but they run out really quick, as you can tell back there. I might go with like a higher grit and just clean it up a bit more. Flatten it out and then hit it with the polish. Like, it's really, really orange peeled here. Maybe I might just hit that some more just for fun. And then the paint is doing some weird shit over here. You can see like fingerprints in it. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever painted anything this size. And the first time I've ever HVLP'd even. So it's a learning curve that I took on with little knowledge. And, you know, this is my project car. That's what this is. It's a learning thing for me. It's a vehicle that, you know, if it breaks down, doesn't matter, because it's not going to stop me from doing my daily stuff, because I drive my truck. This is basically something for me to learn how to do things off of. And painting it was one of those things. Mind you, the rear differential, that there I am not going to do myself, because holy crap, I looked that up online, and that takes someone who knows what they're doing. So I will get my buddy to do that. But it looks a lot flatter than it did, and a lot better than it did, even before the paint. So I'm happy with this. This is good enough. Like I said about the sides here, that's probably just water, yeah. There's some spots where I should hit it with sandpaper, but I might not even care. Just drive it. People will know it's an aftermarket paint job done by Tremclad. It's the way she goes, right? But I think I might hit some of the heavy areas a little bit more, and then we'll slap some polish onto it and see how it fits. Alright, so I hit it with 1500 and then 2000. And as you can see, we got a lot more even reflection. Still a bit of orange peel in there, but like I said, it's not going to be perfect. But then again, you know what? I realized something about my Ford pickup truck too. Like, the paint looks pretty shiny, and you can see reflections off of it. But like, when you get right into it, you can see odd warps. Okay, well, actually, no, that's a pretty good paint job. But no, I have seen like on some like fresh off the friggin' auto floor paint jobs that were not the greatest. Of course, 2CV Bloke mentioned then Lada Niva and how awesome their paint jobs were from the factory. And like there's a lot of car manufacturers out there who have that same issue where the paint is just shit from the factory. So I'm just going to clean off all the... This is what I hate about those green pads. They come apart and then the freaking shit gets into the paint and you can't take it off. And if you try to peel it off, you're going to wreck the paint. Like, just a pain in the dick. But those green pads work pretty good. And I didn't have green pads in, the other kind, in anything higher than 800 grit. So, just want to wipe the roof down, get all this paint dust and clear coat dust off of it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go grab the Simon Ice polisher and hit it with some compound and some polish and see what it looks like. Let's do that. To say, the roof did come out better than I thought it would. Holy, that is actually not too shabby. A lot better than the hood came out. So, what I'm thinking for the hood is I might spend a little bit more time on it because damn, look at that. Like, for a $50 or $40 can of Tremclad, a little bit of polishing and sanding, that's pretty sick. Pretty sick indeed. Alright, well, I got a little bit ambitious and I did the front fender here. I said I wasn't going to bother doing the sides, but then I was like, you know what? I got so happy with the results of the hood, or the roof, that I thought maybe I would just knock back the orange peel a little bit and hit it with some polish afterwards just to see how it came out. Now, when I was at the Maslac there, I bought these discs. They had this cutting compound that was called Heavy Cut. And the Heavy Cut compound, the guy said, he's like, oh, you got to be very, very, very careful using that because it'll take the paint right off your car. He said it's very gritty, very strong. And that's the stuff I was talking about before when I said I watched a video where a guy was taking the orange peel out basically using one of these guys with a denim pad, and that's what he was using. He was literally just applying it to the car and then hitting it, and it was removing all the orange peel. The denim pad is very flat, very abrasive, so it doesn't fill the grooves, so it's just going to knock the top end off, leaving the bottom end there. And then you hit it with some polishing compound afterwards and you end up with a silky smooth finish. I should have picked the friggin' shit up because it was only $14 and it probably would have made doing this here a lot easier. But so far I'm having fun with the sanding. I'm going to do the driver's side door next. I'm leaving the plastic bumpy because I really don't care about that. I'd just like to get the metal to be not bumpy. And then I'll come back here and do this side and then go to the other side, do that side, and then we'll deal with the back end last. The hood didn't come out exactly the way I wanted it to. Like, it looks shiny on video, but it's not as good as the roof, but it came out okay. It's just a real pain in the arse to do the hood because of all the different, like, the different bumps and the stupid useless grills that go nowhere and the vent holes in the side that go nowhere. It'd be so much easier if it was just a flat hood. But they don't make those anymore. Like, even on my truck, it's got bumps. Well, whatever. There's probably a reason for it. Probably makes it look more sporty. Everybody wants sporty rides. Nobody wants a plain Jane ride, I guess. Alright, well, I did the top half of the panel here. Just knocked it back with the sandpaper. It's hard to tell the difference. I wiped it down too, so that's why you're seeing streaks. Yeah, it's just water. But if you look up here and then we come down here, it's hard to tell without having proper lighting, but she's getting there. I'm just really impressed with the way this roof came out. Just really wish shit would quit landing on it. Like that's pretty good. That makes me happy. Got to get the hood to come out the same way. I'll probably go over it again with some 2000, polish it right down, and then I don't know, we'll figure something out. But the roof came out perfect. Just wanted to like knock it back a bit on the doors and knock it back a bit on the below the doors. And insurance goes live on Thursday, so I'm thinking what's going to happen this week after work is every day I'm going to come out here and bang out a bit more here and there. It's currently 6:30 at night. I should probably quit doing this right now because tomorrow is a working day. So people are probably going to go to bed, and the last thing they should have to listen to is this thing here whizzing and this thing here compounding. But I am tempted tomorrow after work to go to Maslac and buy that heavy cutting compound just to see what it do. And try it on the orange peel and just see how well it works. See if I can get a denim pad for it. Because if that works and that actually does a better job than sanding, then frig sakes, work smart, not hard, people. It's all a learning experience, right? It's all about learning. So this side here definitely needs some TLC as well. I don't know if it's coming on camera, but man, she's orange peeled like a son of a. I'm anxious to get her on the road and rip around. It's going to be a fun time. Freaking even the roof is like smooth to the touch. Oh, I love it. Alright. Oh, this is that Simonized case that my buddy's dad gave me. I mentioned I was going to show you guys this and what it entails. So you got your like brushes and stuff, and normally this brush here will clip in like that. Then you got all your different nozzles and things that clip onto my pressure washer down yonder. So that's pretty sweet. Now when I come to wash my truck, or you know, Dirty Bird, once she's fired up and out of here, which reminds me, I bet you that battery in there is probably flat. No big deal. That's another thing I got to diagnose. And I have my voltmeter somewhere in this mess I call a garage to do it. Find out exactly what's making the parasitic draw. And then fix it. God, no matter what you do, eh? It's always shit that lands in the paint. There we go. She looks pretty. So that's going to be it for tonight. I think we're done. So I'm not sure if I'm going to film the videos of throughout the week there, me just dicking around in here sanding. I might do updates afterwards, but no action GoPro shots, just because I'll show you guys the progress as we move along. It probably won't be ready for next weekend unless I get up super early Saturday, get over to Service Ontario, buy the registration tags, and go from there. But I still got fluids to swap in this thing, and that's the thing. So I'm gonna grab my freaking E-Dart. I didn't bring anything else out here. Phone's in my pocket. We're good there. Let me go ahead and turn off the lights in here, and let's get this garage door closed. Like I said, it's getting late, and I still want to put in a workout tonight before I go to bed. So that is a thing. Man, this camera's filthy for me, having it involved in that garage with the sanding. Oh boy. So anyway, people, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, people, peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.